This year, Groundwork San Diego is celebrating Black History Month by honoring past and present Black heroes who have made great strides in increasing equity for people of color in the arenas of public health, environmental sciences, education, and climate justice. We have invited some of the African Americans who serve on Groundwork San Diego's board of directors and members of Groundwork San Diego's leadership team to learn more about them and the roles they play at Groundwork. We also dug a little deeper to find out what motivates them and who are the Black heroes that have inspired them to do the work that they do for their community and live a life of service.
Hello, my name is Abdirahman Buul. I am the Environmental Project Manager here with Groundwork San Diego. My role is one that I manage several environmental projects that we are currently doing, such as climate safe neighborhoods, which serve and address the issues, as mentioned earlier, regarding flooding and excessive heat in southeastern San Diego, specifically the South Crest neighborhood and the neighborhood of Encanto. I'm also currently partaking in a Green Teep educational plan that uh, allows youth that are in our system that were at our Earth Lab to identify and you know identify and collect data regarding heat islands in their neighborhoods. It is it's a great honor to be able to serve the community as well as serve the youth in our community as well. So that's my role. In the short time that I've been with Groundwork, it has been nothing less than amazing, and I've enjoyed every second of it. And this is everything that I wanted to do, and I'm so excited to be a part of the team and to see you guys and all you beautiful faces today. There's a multitude of things that motivate me to do to do this type of work, but the biggest one is probably the people we serve. Hearing Diane Armenta, who is our resident leader in Southcrest, uh, tell me the history about Southcrest and how she grew up here as well, similar to Bill and Patrice, and how the Chollas Creek at that time was a thriving waterway with water in it all the time. How she used to play with frogs and ducks and birds and all that stuff, and how how that's changed over time, and how seeing how she gets up every day and she wants to make a better community and a better environment for her community. And that is one of the biggest things that motivate me, because it's really amazing to see her do what she does. And she told me that she said, I probably won't see the Choice Creek, the way I want, the way I envision it, back to a healthy waterway, the way it deserves to be, the way our community deserves to enjoy it. But at least I'll know I'll sleep better at night knowing that I've tried, and that one day my grandchildren will be able to enjoy that. And that's a very beautiful, hopeful, and amazing statement to hear from her. So I think that's one of the biggest things that motivates me is our residents. um, I also am a child of San Diego. I was born in the Choice Creek on the City Heights end, and you know, I never got to see it the way that Patrice and Bill and Diane did. But you know, just to know that environmental justice is for equity, and that's just the biggest thing. It's equity. We just want to be treated the same as everyone else. That's really what motivates me. There's so many different people historically that we can draw inspiration from, that we look to as heroes, especially as Black people. And I would have to say my biggest and my Black hero from the story is definitely Muhammad Ali. And I'm saying this because he always was, and during his lifetime always was, and even until now when people talk about him, the perfect image of what it is to be unapologetically Black and Muslim, to not conform, and to tell people exactly the way it is and how it should be and how he should be treated, because he knew his worth. And you know, it's crazy because I didn't grow up with Muhammad Ali, in his prime, but he we all know the story about how he took 3 years off in his prime, and he suffered the consequences from basically not wanting to go to a war that he said has nothing to do with me, you know, and it's that's my historical figure for sure. And a lot of the civil rights activism that he was involved in were great. His partnership with Malcolm X, and I don't really like to call him Malcolm X. I know that's his name, but a big thing for was a big thing for them was, you know, that's my old name. Now that I'm Muslim, this is the name that I want to be called, and I think we should honor that, even though they're not here to defend themselves anymore. So El Hajj Al Malik Al Shabazz and Muhammad Ali are definitely my two black heroes in history. And a hero of mine now is, is my grandmother. Similar to, what Jesse was telling us. My grandmother was born in 1928 in Somalia, in East Africa, and she grew up in colonial Italian Somalia. So, and my grandmother today she's in her 90s, and she always tells me the history of how it was growing up with under colonial rule, and the fact that my grandmother is still healthy and around and today it's really speaks to the history of the dark history that black people have went through in the past is really not that long ago. And when it comes to me being born here, being able to connect, um, uh, being black and African American, how diverse we are, understanding how many different walks of life we come from, you really appreciate being black, and you understand the beauty of it in its essence. And my grandmother is my hero, and she'll always be for now. And I have a lot of other heroes, but those are the ones that I want to share with you guys.
This presentation was brought to you by Groundwork San Diego, Chollas Creek.